Hi there everyone. As I continue to plan for the fundraising event that I'm raising for Sense, the charity for deaf-blind children, the care of the parents, the carers and also the children themselves, I was reminded today of a session I had with Harlan Hammack, who was one of the coaches on my group program for a number of years. And in one of these sessions, he was telling us about an amazing framework that he uses with his clients in one of our show and learn sessions called the RSSCO framework. And I'm sorry for Harlan if I spelt that incorrectly in the notes below. But in this framework, he talked about that very often when we do an event, when we create our plans, we look at the results. And we tend to confuse results and outcomes, but they actually are very different. And that's what I was reminded of in today as I was planning some more stages of this incredible fundraising event that I'm doing on the 31st of October this year. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So my name is Simon Meadows, and as you have probably seen in some of the other videos, I'm raising funds to help the charity Sense by spending a whole business day networking, client sessions, any downtime, any admin time in between, actually riding an exercise bike, being tracked through the Peloton app. If anybody knows anybody at Peloton, please share this with them, because I'd love to get some either sponsorship or some support and some help from Peloton. Now you'll see in the images that are on screen now, there are lots of activities that Sense do. And when we think about this in our business, we very often look at those activities and we look at the results that they give us. So the results very often of our plans are more money, more net profit. It might be if we're doing something that's like exercising, it might be to get fitter. Okay. And I just want to share one quick story with you as we look at these images and the great help that Sense give to the kids. You know, the results might be smiling faces. The results might be an increase in health and movement. It might be an increase in communications. They're the results. But after the results come the outcomes. And the outcomes are the after effects of achieving the results. So let me give you an example. I did a wing walk many years ago, and to cut a very long story short, I had to lose 1.5 stone in 6 weeks to be able to walk on the wing of the plane. Now the result was to get to a maximum weight of 13 stone. That was the result. Good news is I did it. And I managed to do the wing walk. But the outcome, and this is what we need to plan for, the outcome was that I had to replace nearly all the clothes in my wardrobe because none of them fitted anymore. And the weight loss kept going after the wing walk. So before I knew it, the outcome was that I had to spend money on new clothes. It might be I did a charity run once. Result was I completed the run, I raised the money, but the outcome was that I had to have physio on my knee because of an injury that I'd had. And when I was thinking about this cycle ride and thinking about how I'm going to raise that £1,000 plus target, spending 8 hours in the saddle, the result is the 10,000. Sorry, the one. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Would be the 1,000 target. But the outcomes I've got to start thinking about are about how are my clients going to respond to me being on a bike whilst I'm doing the client session. So I need to let them know. I need to think about the networking. I need to think about the saddle. I'm going to be working on this bike for more than 8 hours. And one of the outcomes of that is probably going to be some soreness. It's going to be dehydration. There are all these outcomes that when we are putting plans together for our life or our business, yes, we can achieve the result, but we also have to think about the outcomes. Now, Harlan basically said, outcomes generally are the unexpected side results that we have. And we might say, well, how can we plan for the unexpected? But actually we can start thinking about it. We can start putting the ingredients of these outcomes together so that we can put some measures in place. So I've got to start thinking about how I'm going to get some different clothing, perhaps to relieve the saddle soreness. I'm going to have to look at how much time am I going to be able to stand up on the bike, again, to relieve that saddle soreness. There are lots of things that I need to think about with not just the results, but what are those after effects? What are the outcomes? What are the expected outcomes? And what are the unexpected outcomes that I need to be thinking about? And I want to thank Harlan for sharing that difference, because I think very often we merge results and outcomes together, and they are very, very different. And we should plan to achieve the result, but then we should plan how we're going to deal with the outcomes and the after effects of that. So, for example, winning the lottery would be a result. Winning, let's say, £1 million or $1 million on the lottery, that would be a result. But actually, the outcome is, what is that going to do? It's going to be more people reaching out for help. It's going to be, more difficulty in making different choices of how to spend some of that money with friends and family. It's going to be, well, actually, will I spend it on? How will it change my life? How will it change my attitude? How will it change the way that people around me think about me? So always think about results and think about outcomes, and give full credit to Harlan Hammack, who is an amazing guy, all the time. If you're not following him on social media, follow him on social media, because he does some amazing things in business. In a couple of businesses he's got, and he's also an amazing guy with his wife Lisa in traveling and doing the digital nomad, and he's gone around the US down to Costa Rica, and I think currently on an Alaskan cruise. But anyway, if you want to help me, if you want to support my results of raising £1,000 plus, you can give in dollars, you can give in any kind of currency that you want, and you want to support me in the outcomes, the soreness, the pain, the agony, the pleasure in being able to see the smiles and the difference that this money that I'm raising will make. Because this fundraising event is about the results, but it's about the outcomes that those results will give to these amazing kids, parents and carers that are looked after so well by this registered charity Sense. So go to my fundraising page, go to justgiving.com, and you can either search for Simon Meadows, or you can use the link that's going across the screen now. So help me hit that target. We're heading towards it. Things have slowed down a little bit. I want to encourage as many of you as you can. It doesn't matter if you give me £10, £5, if you can donate £100, whatever it is that you feel that you're able to give, then please do so. And of course you can give now, and you can decide to give a little bit more later. That's not a problem. But please support me in this endeavor and take away the insight from today's video. Whatever you're planning, whatever you're working on, whether it's a strategic planning in business, or whether it's a life plan, whether it's an event, whatever it is, consider the results, but then also plan for those expected outcomes and those unexpected outcomes. Who knows, you might be on something, the way you're losing weight, and you too have got to renew some of your wardrobe. Perhaps there's other things that you have to think about. But give that some thought, and as always, I trust that these insights continue to give little things, little nuggets for you to think about in your business, in your life, that you can do something with straight away. And of course, if you do want to shout out anything you're doing for charity, please put it in the notes below. We'd love to support you as well. If you have any connection with anybody who suffers with deafness or blindness, or the worst combination of those, deafness and blindness, then please put some comments in the post below. I'd love to see the comments that you're putting in there. And if you want to give a bit of a shout out that you've donated some money, yes, we'll see it on the Just Giving page, but please let me know, or message me directly as well. That would be great, and I'd love to give you a shout out. And always, I'll see you on the next Insights video or post. Bye for now.